Okay, we're live. Now, I hope everybody that's listening bears with me. My computer, a RAM up to 8 RAM. I'm only at 4. Sometimes it screws up, so bear with us. So, tonight we're going to talk about, we have Coach Craig, and we're going to talk about a special app that he has for workouts. And it's so much a month. He's going to get into that, how he uses it, why does he think it's such a great thing. On this particular, on other podcasts and websites, you have a lot of people that, women especially, that show you how to lift your leg, bend, do a plank, all this other stuff. And Coach Craig is going to explain what it is, how you use it, and how you, well, basically, how did you find out about it? So that would be the key thing. How did you find out about this app? And you investigate what sold you on this app?
Okay, so just a little backstory. I stopped working out in like 2012. My background's in powerlifting, and I got into bodybuilding for a little while, and I got kind of burnt out on it. I was tired of lifting heavy weights, putting a lot of muscle on. I felt sluggish. So I spent about 10 years of not really doing anything and not motivated. And in 2019, I tore my rotator cuff just with something simple. And it kind of was an eye opener that I was getting older. So I figured I needed to find something to get into in order to create some longevity in my life to where I wasn't going to be accident prone or injury prone. So I started searching different apps and stuff, and I didn't want to sit there and have to create my own workouts. I didn't want to have to. I didn't have the time. Having two kids and a wife and a family and a full time job, it just wasn't feasible. It wasn't back like in the training days where I was creating workouts for everybody else, including myself. So I started doing research. Went through all these different apps, downloading them, canceling them, and just couldn't find anything that was tailored to me. Something that was going to be more like a coach. That's what I wanted. I'm good at being coached. I can follow direction. And my father would probably disagree, but so I came across this app called the Movement Athlete, and it was a little unconventional for me as far as the type of program that I was used to. It focused on calisthenics and more of gymnastics type skills. And even though I've done some of that in the past, it wasn't really my background. So it was something that was a little bit new to me. But I knew that during my rehabilitation of my shoulder and everything, that I had some shoulder instability and some muscle imbalances, and I needed to correct those. And being 40 years old, I wanted something that was going to be lifelong rather than something that was only going to be temporary. And I feel like going into the gym and putting plates on and just rep after rep, set after set, an hour, 2 hours a day, whatever it is that you do, it's not it's it's not feasible, especially as you get older. So the Movement Athlete, basically what it is, it's an app that has artificial intelligence built into it to help tailor your workouts to you. So when you download the app, it's going to ask you a series of questions, and then what it's going to do is it's going to put you through an assessment. The assessment is a series of exercises, and based off of your feedback, it's going to go ahead and adjust and tailor the program to fit your needs. And there's a lot of apps out there that already do that. However, they don't focus on micro progression. And micro progression is basically small wins or baby goals or baby steps in the progression of your program. A lot of people, they'll jump in larger progressions from one weight and add 30 pounds. And what that does is it sets you up for failure because your jumps are too high, or it makes you prone to injury. Some people are like myself. I was what I call like a has-been. At one time I was an athlete and I was a power lifter and I did bodybuilding and I could do all those things, but then just life happens. So in your mind, you have to get over the fact that you're not that person anymore and you're not capable of doing that anymore. And it's just not practical. So the micro progressions after every exercise. So when I go into the app at the gym and I select start workout, and this is just a general explanation of it, I select workout. It starts me off with my warm up, starts me off with, and then puts me through strength, power, endurance, cool down. But after each one of those exercises, it asks me how I felt. And it's basically, there's 5 different answers that I can give. And based off of the answer that I give, it'll tailor my next set based off of the feedback that I inputted. And that could be, it could be adding a certain amount of seconds to your next set, a certain amount of reps. It could be decreasing, but what it is all about progressions and getting you to the next level. And so I found it to be fun because I'm constantly unlocking the next level. And the next level doesn't mean that I'm going from, if I was doing sprints from a, 6-second 40-yard dash to a 4.5 40-yard dash. That's not what it's like. They're very small. So every day I have small wins, makes me feel good. It keeps me motivated. And the motivation, I think, is the key thing here, because a lot of people with their New Year's resolution, they say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever it is. But I think the main thing is just consistency. When I was in fitness and I was running a gym, we knew that 60% of the people that signed up in the first 3 months of the gym were going to stop going. And that's just because that's how New Year's resolutions are. People don't stay motivated. They don't have help. And I think this app has changed the game when it comes to motivating and tailoring the workouts to your needs.
Now, I got a question is, do you have to go to the gym, or is this something trainers say you can use things at home to exercise, use something else to lift weights and so forth? Where can you do to go to the gym?
Well, that's the best part about the app is flexibility. So there's tons of flexibility in the app. You tell the app what kind of equipment that you have, what you don't have, and it's able to tailor your program around that. So if you don't have a pull-up bar, which you can do without, but there are portable pull-up bars if you don't have one readily available. But if you're traveling or something like that, there's always a way for the app to customize a program based off of your needs. And you can do that on the fly. It's not just from the beginning. You can do it for that specific workout. And then a lot of times what I do is I only use the app right now 3 times a week. And that was kind of like my initial thing. I wanted to see, okay, let me just get through 3 times a week and see how that goes for me. And there were times when my schedule was tight and I could only get a 30-minute workout in versus the normal hour that I do. So what it does is it takes the whole program for that day, the workout, and it condenses it into 30 minutes. So you still get everything that you need out of the actual workout, but condensed in a 30-minute time slot.
So it tells you on the app what you should be doing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So when you start your workout, it takes you through the first thing. So let's just say your warm up. If I'm doing just jumping jacks or running in place, it's going to tell me, okay, run in place for 30 seconds. If it's going to give it an explanation there in writing. If I need to see a video, I can click on the actual picture there and the video will be there as to what I need to do. While I'm actually doing the sets, reps, or the exercise at the moment, the AI or the artificial intelligence is basically telling you, it's counting it down. It basically gives you like a 5-second countdown and then start. And then if you're going for 30 seconds, it'll, once it gets down to 5, it's going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stop. And then you stop, and then it'll ask you how you did. and then you give it feedback, and then that's how it starts to continue to adjust your workout.
Well, that's not bad. So you could have some things at home where you didn't have to go to the gym. The bar, pull up bar, doing push ups. I mean, there's probably things at home that you can use, I guess, right?
Well, to be honest with you, when I go to the gym, the only actual pieces of equipment that I use is a pull-up bar and a box, a 24-inch box. And you can do that with anything. You can do it with a chair, with a bench, um, with a stool, whatever you need. That's all I use. The pull-up bar, and I use a band. Assisted pull-ups. There's a lot of isometric movement, so you're holding your body in position so that your joints get used to being in that position and create joint stability over time. And that's the one thing that I lacked. And when I first started the program, I was surprised to find out how much instability I had in my shoulders. I thought I would have been a little bit better, but even my good shoulder, I still lacked a lot of stability there. So it's actually helped out a lot. But you don't need equipment at all. And I actually sometimes don't go to the gym, and I'll do it at home, and the kids will do it with me.
So this could be a game changer in terms of flexibility if you're traveling or you can't get to the gym, so you're more flexible. Also, there's Zoom meetings. I know a couple of people Zoom and they have 10 people on, and the girls going, okay, we're going to do this and do that. Uh, you don't have to miss a Zoom meeting, so you can do it yourself.
Right.
Can anyone else join in? But this is it just a one-on-one? In other words, you and the app.
That correct. And I think one of the issues today is the market is so saturated with the cookie cutter programs, the one size fits all, or the group fitness. The group fitness is fine. If you want to watch somebody there and they're taking you through everything, that's fine. But there's no changes. There's not somebody there when you're doing that group fitness on the television or whatever, and everybody's going through the same program. There's nobody correcting you. There's nobody saying, okay, well, since you didn't make all 20 reps, okay, adjust the weight to this, or only do this many reps next time, or maybe you need to do drop sets or something like that. There's no coach there. There's somebody that you're watching do the movements and you're mimicking them, but there's no coach. With this, the feedback that you give the app, the more honest you are, the more success that you're going to have. And I think it's a great thing. And there's a community on Facebook, the Movement Athletes group, that you can join, and you can actually, and this was one of my ideas actually that they implemented, but you can actually take videos of you doing the workouts or specific exercise if you're not sure or your technique may be off. And as of right now, you can go on there and ask for feedback, and the coaches will give you feedback so that you can kind of get that coaching. And it's free. There's nothing, you don't have to pay for a personal trainer or anything. This is the closest app that I've found to having a personal trainer than anything.
Okay, so they'll give you that feedback during the time you have the app on, or do you have to wait for it?
No, you do have to wait for it. You're going to record yourself. You don't want to stop in the middle of your workout, but you'll complete the workout. But the thing is there's a lot of repetition in this. So if and this may sound crazy, especially for people that are my age or older, if you're working on your handstand, okay, I'm not at that point where I'm even in a handstand position. Because I'm working on some fundamentals for that particular skill. Okay. If one of the exercises is where you're actually kind of in a handstand position, but you're at kind of a hip hinge to where your legs are down parallel to the ground and they're touching the wall, but your torso is perpendicular to the ground. You're in a handstand position. and you're holding it there for however many seconds, and then you give it feedback, and then it'll either add more or it'll decrease more. And as once you master that particular skill, that mini progression, it takes you to the next step, and then eventually you'll be full vertical in a handstand position to where you can do handstand push-ups, and then other things that are related to the handstand. But there's different skills that you're working on or working towards achieving in this program. So me, back in the day, I was kind of like a video gamer, and I kind of like that, those achievements that you unlocked and everything. And this kind of gives you that feel. They call it gamification, and that's what they say is in the app is gamification, and it's a fun thing. It makes you feel like you're competing, and I think in a lot of these apps there's a lack of competition. So I'm competing against myself every day, and it's fun.
I'm going to put this overlay up, and we'll see what me. Hold on. So that's build real life strength, bulletproof joints, and a gymnast-like body. So that's part of the advertisement for that. We didn't put it on, but as far as the app, the next time I think we should talk about presenting the app, and if people want to sign up, where you can make it easy for them to sign up. By that time, I'll have this computer tuned up and everything, because we might have other people on there. There were a few people that Jessica Sanjan said hi. Jessica is a bodybuilder, and she jumped on here. She's not on now, but we're going. I think the next time we should show maybe a video, an app, and how to sign up. I think you have a sign up link, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm actually an ambassador. Yeah, I'm an ambassador for the app. So, I do have a referral link, but I'm not going to present something that I don't represent. So, I talked with the movement athlete before I even signed up for the app, before I even considered it. I wanted to make sure that it crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's that I needed in order to make it an effective program for me, something that I was going to stick with. And so we had about 3 weeks of conversation before I even started the app. And I gave them my background, and I started giving them some feedback, and they asked me, they're like, hey, look, would you be willing to be an ambassador for us? And I said, yes. So with part of that, what I do is when you sign up for the app, and as long as you're a member, I provide free unlimited online coaching from me to ask questions. If you need help with nutrition, if you need help with the program, any questions that you have, I'm kind of like the support system. So, you get that as well when you join.
Okay, great. Well, I think we should the next step with some more information video. I'll have this cranking up a lot better. There were a few little glitches here. I will do is, and the next time we'll have a little more information. We can pull it. They can check your link and so forth, sign up, and we'll talk a little more in depth. I imagine the app has probably some videos showing how the app works, I believe.
Yeah. And you can also,
on the app.
Yeah, there's some on the app, and then you also have YouTube, and then we can find plenty of demonstrations and some other marketing stuff on the app, so people can get an idea of what it's like. There is when you join, there is a trial period, so you do get that. It's full 100% guarantee, money back if you don't like it. Actually, I don't even think they charge you until after the trial, so it's risk free. And then you can go in there and you utilize everything, even during the trial period.
Okay, great. So I'm going to sign off here. If you stay on for a minute. So I'm going to end this and stay on.